It is my honor to welcome you to UCLA's Commencement weekend. This ceremony is devoted to honoring the students from the UCLA College of Letters and Science. My name is Joseph Bristow, and I am a distinguished professor of English and the College Marshal for this ceremony. While the students and the official party are assembling, let me take a moment to tell you about UCLA. I am proud to say that your graduate has attended one of America's finest universities. UCLA is a national and international leader in the breadth and quality of its academic, research, healthcare, cultural, athletic, and continuing education programs. 7 alumni and 6 faculty have been awarded the Nobel Prize. And every year, the accomplishments of our students grow. You will be pleased to know that the academic performance of the students in the class of 2017 makes them the highest achieving students ever to graduate from UCLA. If you are new to the UCLA campus, you are in Pauley Pavilion, the home of Bruin teams in men's and women's basketball and volleyball and women's gymnastics. UCLA has America's most successful intercollegiate sports program. Bruin teams have won more national championships than any other university. In Pauley, you can see the banners representing 49 championships won by men and women in 6 different sports. In addition to our intercollegiate athletics programs, Pauley has hosted the 1984 Olympics, visits by President Bill Clinton and the Dalai Lama, and the 1988 presidential debate between George H.W. Bush and Michael Dukakis. Other events that take place in Pauley include the new student welcome, Bruin Bash, Spring Sing, and numerous intramural and club sports team practices and competitions. After the commencement concludes, I invite you to look around UCLA outside of Pauley. You will find one of the world's most beautiful universities. In just a moment, the graduating class of the College of Letters and Science for 2017 will join us. After the students arrive, the official party will enter, including our faculty, the campus leadership, and our speakers. I want to offer you my congratulations. I know how proud you are of your graduate. The entire UCLA community shares your pride. That's Susan. Are we ready? We're ready. Family and friends of our graduates, I present to you the graduating class of 2017 from UCLA's College of Letters and Science. If I may have your attention, please could everyone kindly sit so that we may welcome the official party. Ladies and gentlemen, the official party. Hello, UCLA graduates. Welcome to your commencement ceremony. Singing the national anthem today is Sheila Sood. Please rise for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red clear, no bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our
Thank you, Sheila. Now I am pleased to introduce the Senior Dean of the College and the Dean and Vice Provost of Undergraduate Education, Patricia A. Turner.
Hello, UCLA graduates. On behalf of the deans and faculty who join me on stage, I welcome you and your family to the 2017 commencement ceremony for the College of Letters and Science. I would like to thank Professor Joseph Bristow, our college marshal, for greeting our guests this afternoon. Graduates, this is a day to acknowledge your achievements and to celebrate the culmination of your undergraduate studies. You have met the highest challenges of education. You have been partners with faculty in our quest to learn and discover. You will be the next generation of leaders in the fields you pursue. Class of 2017, you will be glad to know that you are the most talented and accomplished and best-looking students in UCLA's 98-year history. Graduates, joining us here today are many special people who stood by you through your years at UCLA, your family and friends. I would like to ask the parents, the partners, the friends, and the family members of our graduates to stand. Graduates, please join me in acknowledging your guests. Thank you. Now, I am pleased to welcome the Chancellor of UCLA. In his nearly 10 years as Chief Executive of the campus, he has worked to strengthen the university's academic excellence, build our campus diversity, and inspire a new level of civic engagement in the UCLA family. Please welcome the Chancellor of UCLA, Jean Block.
Thank you, Dean Turner. And on behalf of all of us at UCLA, it's my honor to congratulate the class of 2017, a spectacular class. We know how hard you've worked, we know the sacrifices you've made, and your hard work has paid off. Today, you are graduating from one of the best universities in the world, and of course, I'm not biased about that, but it truly is one of the spectacular institutions in the world, and I think you're ready for what comes next. I'm not going to give you advice today about what your next steps should be, because I don't think there's any one right answer. Your years at UCLA, the friendships you've made, the passions you've discovered, and the lessons you've learned can help you in ways that I can't even imagine. The one thing I'm certain, and I can say with confidence, is that you are ready. So instead of sharing advice, telling you what I think UCLA has done for you, I want to turn the table around today. I want to take this moment to thank you for everything that you've done for UCLA, because every graduating class makes this university better. Each class leaves an indelible impression on our campus, one that lasts for decades. Long after you have graduated, we will continue to feel your influence and be grateful for your contributions. When you saw a need, you offered a helping hand. There's been an extraordinary amount of volunteerism of this class, helping out throughout this community, throughout this nation. When you saw a wrong, you made it right. And when you saw injustice, you stood up against it. So today, thanks to you, thanks to your spirit, thanks to your passion, and your sense of community, we are all better for it. I truly believe, and I sincerely say this, that this is a better university than it was even a decade ago, and much of this improvement has been due to our students. To you, you've made a difference. So on behalf of all of us on this stage, I'm grateful for your commitment to building a better university for generations that will follow you. It's time for you to take that same spirit of determination, that love of community, that insatiable need to make a better world around you everywhere you go. You'll take it out now with you. Bruins can do anything. Our classes, just look at the graduates. Look what they've done. It really is a place where leaders are produced, and you will make a difference. And starting tomorrow, as your first day as alumni, you'll do that good work, and you will continue to make this university stronger. Your success is our success. Your triumphs, we will celebrate your triumphs. And in a few moments, you will be entering a community of 500,000 alumni spread throughout this world. We have an extraordinary alumni network. And wherever you are, seek out other Bruins. Help each other, look out for one another, stay connected. We really are a family, and we can help one another long after we graduate. We've had an impressive and successful alumni network, and you're going to make it even better. This class will add immeasurably to that network. So enjoy the rest of your commencement, and I hope to see you back on campus. You're always welcome to come back to campus. Congratulations. Go Bruins! Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Block. My fellow deans and I are honored to acknowledge the students who graduate today with very special academic achievements. I would like to recognize the students who are graduating with one of the highest awards the College of Letters and Sciences can bestow upon an undergraduate, the designation of College Honors. The extraordinary students who are graduating with College Honors have completed outstanding work in their major, as well as a special set of rigorous courses. Of the thousands of students who are graduating from UCLA this year, only 397 are graduating with College Honors. And will you College Honors students please stand? Thank you. Please be seated.
Graduates, I'm Victoria Sork, Dean of Life Sciences. I'm pleased to recognize our many students who are involved in projects in the community. They accomplish this work through campus programs that bring together civic involvement with academic courses. Would all of graduating seniors who served in the community please stand? I know there's a lot. Thank you, and be seated.
Hello, I'm Laura Gomez, Dean of Social Sciences. Woo! I am privileged to acknowledge the recipients of the 2017 Chancellor Service Award. This award is presented to students whose college careers have been distinguished by dedication to UCLA and the community. And these 208 students have earned this distinction through a sustained record of outstanding leadership and service. Will the students who have been honored as recipients of this year's Chancellor Service Awards please stand so we can recognize their superb commitment? Thank you. Please be seated.
Hello, graduates. I'm David Skauberg, Dean of Humanities. I'd like to present the students who are receiving Latin honors, which is recognition for high academic achievement. There are 3 levels of Latin honors. First, I'd like to acknowledge our students who have received cum laude honors. Would you stand and be recognized for your accomplishments? Thank you, thank you. Please be seated. Next, I'd like to honor the students who are graduating magna cum laude. Would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. Finally, will those students who are graduating with the highest Latin honors, summa cum laude, please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated.
Hello, graduates. I am Miguel Garcia Garibay, Dean of Physical Sciences. I would like to recognize students who have participated in research while at UCLA. As you know, UCLA is one of the world's great research universities. More than half of our students enhance their academic careers by working alongside faculty on projects, writing honors theses, or participating in research classes. These students perform original work and advance the frontiers of knowledge. Would all the graduate seniors who participated in research please stand so we can recognize your achievements? Congratulations, you are the best. Please be seated.
Thank you, Dean Garcia Gariby. Graduates, you have excelled in everything you have put your mind to, from research to community service, from academic success to personal enrichment. You have spent your years at UCLA becoming well-rounded and ready to begin a new chapter. Your student speaker for this afternoon embodies many of your own successes. From student government to the Pediatric AIDS Coalition to Greek life, Sujith Cherukimili exemplifies Bruin spirit and energy. Today, he earns a degree in political science and a minor in public affairs. And after graduation, Sujith will join the renowned Teach for America. Please welcome a graduate who is dedicated to UCLA and its values, your student speaker, Sujith Cherukimili.
Chancellor Block, distinguished faculty and guests, parents, family, and friends, welcome and thank you. I'm honored to be standing behind this podium in the one and only Pauley Pavilion, in front of peers I will always admire and look up to, and in front of all of the unsung heroes in the audience, whose support we are forever grateful for. I'm also honored to be in Pauley for another reason, so before I go further, I've got one question. How we doing, class of 2017? We made it, y'all. This is incredible. After years of trekking up hills and stairs that would give Olympic athletes a run for their money, months of anticipating the moment where we could wear a cap and gown for something other than a photo that says image not cropped, days finishing up final assignments so every red X on our degree audit reports could become a green check mark. Hours coping with the fact that Royce Hall, Kirchhoff, or the Math Sciences building will no longer be familiar faces on morning walks to class. and minutes spent swimming, splashing, and spraying in the inverted fountain, deemed unlucky until now, our journey at UCLA has culminated. As we are sometimes painfully made aware, UCLA is a pretty huge place. Getting lost, feeling overwhelmed, and filling your head with questions can sometimes seem easier than finding your way around and feeling a sense of purpose. But what I've found here is that there's always someone to help. Someone to help you recognize that being perfect and having all the answers is not what college is about. Someone who will always go out of their way to be your support system or helping hand. What I found, above all else, is that while UCLA's 419 acres may seem big, the heart of a Bruin is much bigger. This fundamental belief in the ability of Bruins to open our hearts has rung true for me ever since I first set foot on this campus. Whether I was dancing my heart out at Dance Marathon for 4 years in a row to fight pediatric HIV and AIDS, hearing narratives from every corner of campus as a candidate for student government, working with incoming first-year and transfer students for an entire summer as a new student advisor, or simply chatting with student workers at Kirchhoff every morning as I repeated the exact same order, a hazelnut iced coffee and a chocolate chip muffin, I opened my heart and mind to make my Bruin experience my own, and I love that you've all done the same. A legendary Bruin and a true trailblazer named Jackie Robinson once said, "Life is not a spectator sport. If you're gonna spend your whole life in the grandstand just watching what goes on, you're wasting your life." As UCLA's newest alumni, we're poised to be trailblazers. That's why the words of Jackie Robinson, a champion in sports and civil rights, and a man who broke down barriers and stood up to injustice everywhere, resonate louder and clearer than ever before. Run for office to tackle today's big issues? A Bruin can do that. Put in countless hours in the lab to cure epidemics? A Bruin can do that. Pioneer the next big movement in the arts? A Bruin can do that. Work toward making our world a safer, more inclusive place for all? Say it with me now. A Bruin can do that. My fellow graduates, let's maintain our collective spirit of ambition and hunger for knowledge, because at this moment, on this day, in the midst of the most beautiful and diverse graduating class at any university in the world, I'm more optimistic than I've ever been. Optimism isn't just a buzzword in UCLA's commercials. As Bruins, optimism is in our DNA. It permeates our lives inside and outside the classroom. Whether we're from South Campus, North Campus, or somewhere in between, we're optimistic even in the most difficult of circumstances. Despite our differences in ideology, upbringing, or beliefs, differences that are not walled off but celebrated and valued here, optimism is the unifying thread that pushes us to be better versions of ourselves and achieve great things. I am certain that this optimism, coupled with an endless love for our alma mater, nestled in the rolling green hills of Westwood, will propel us as we remain unapologetic in what we believe and what we passionately pursue, unbridled in our embodiment of the 5 sacred true Bruin values, and unwavering in our commitment to change the world, one splash of blue and sprinkle of gold at a time. Thank you all, and congratulations, class of 2017.
Thank you, Sujit, and what a talk. Incredible. And on his way to teach for America. I think that says it all. So now it's my honor to introduce to you a truly remarkable alumna, one who took the lessons she learned at UCLA to serve her community. As the first in her family to attend college, Anita Ortega was determined to use her experiences at UCLA to better herself and those around her. After joining the UCLA women's basketball team as a walk-on, what a walk-on, she helped lead them to their first national championship in 1978. And after graduation, a successful career in professional basketball, she then joined the Los Angeles Police Department. And in the following 32 years at LAPD, she consistently broke barriers, as Bruins do, to become the first Afro-Puerto Rican area commander. And for her achievements, she was inducted into the Halls of Fame of both UCLA and LAPD. And in 2015, she received the Public Service Award from our Alumni Association. She is a leader, she's a public servant, and an inspiration to all of us. In other words, a true Bruin. Please welcome Anita Ortega.
Chancellor, thank you for those kind comments. You guys look beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I tell you what a beautiful day to have a commencement ceremony, right? Did you guys run into as much traffic as I did? Whew. Also, what a great place to have the commencement ceremony. Here in the famous Pauley Pavilion. I'm going to tell you guys, frankly, I feel right at home. I feel extremely comfortable here because this is the place, this is the arena where we want that banner up there that says 1978 National Champs. That's right. Chancellor Block and Deans of UCLA College, thank you so much for the invitation. Also, a special thanks to the family and friends who've supported and loved these graduates during their college journey. Thank you very much. UCLA graduating class of 2017, congratulations. You guys are now in an elite group. You've accomplished something that separates you from the vast majority. You've earned a degree from this wonderful university. You've reached another milestone in your life. Give yourself an applause. Well, I'm going to tell you guys this. I am truly honored to give the commencement speech today. I know there have been some great speakers in the past, doctors, actors, CEOs, but there have also been some very impressive students that attended our university. We all know about Jackie Robinson. How many of you know Tom Bradley? Tom Bradley was a UCLA track star. He went on to become a Los Angeles police officer. And during that time, he endured racial discrimination. But you know what? It didn't stop him. He became the first African-American mayor for the city of Los Angeles. Antonio Villaraigosa, the first Latino mayor for the city of Los Angeles. Hey, these are Bruins that we're talking about right here, right? They left their imprint on this university and this city. So, I'm not a politician. Hope I didn't disappoint you guys. I'm not a celebrity. I like that person over there. I don't know who he is. Okay. Wow, bring back memories. I am Anita Ortega, a proud UCLA Bruin. A proud Afro-Puerto Rican from South Central LA. I was a girl who had the courage to dream. A girl that wanted to break patterns, barriers, and that glass ceiling. Today, I hope to impress upon all of you that living a fulfilling and rewarding life is multifaceted. Yet through hard work, persistence, regardless of your aspirations, regardless of your background, great things can happen. And Bruins can make great things happen. So, I'm reminded of a story in elementary school. I went to Norwood Elementary School. Norwood, got some Norwood graduates? You guys do everything, that's amazing. And one of the teachers drove a car, and on the back of the car were the large letters, UCLA. I had no idea what the letters meant. You see, I was a quiet and shy girl. I finally built the courage to ask my 6th grade teacher, Susan Lusky, who is also a UCLA alum, what those letters meant. She looked at me with a big smile on her face, and she said, Anita, that's a school, that's a university, and if you work hard, if you work very hard and keep up your grades, you can go there one day. Well, education was important to my parents. You see, my mother, she never got beyond the 5th grade. My father eventually earned his GED well into his 30s. So that short, brief conversation with Susan, I have a hard time calling my teacher by that first name. With Miss Lusky, I feel more comfortable with that. It was a defining moment for me. It was a turning point for me. I was on a mission. So now let's fast forward 6 years later. I go to my mailbox, and there's a letter from UCLA. I grab the letter. I go sit on the steps of my apartment building. My palm is sweating. My heart is racing. I took a deep breath. I was afraid. I didn't want to be rejected because UCLA was the only school I ever wanted to attend. It was my dream school. So I did eventually open the letter, and as you can imagine, to learn that I was accepted into UCLA was the best day of my young life. So my experience on this campus was wonderful. I love the students. I love the professors. I love the time that I spent in Reba Hall. Who's here? Reba Hall. I love Westwood. I love how my education broadened my perspective on life and the world. I love the time that we won a national championship, and I played with some wonderful women. I love that. And to this day, I'm not kidding you, to this day, I love everything about being a Bruin. So Bruins, when you go out into this world, I guess officially tomorrow, right? Tonight? Today. Okay. Today, when you walk outside the Pauley Pavilion, I want you to be relentless. If there's something that you're passionate about, go for it. Take advantage of that opportunity. Life is special, and you need to take advantage of it and do all the things that you really want to do. Well, I started playing basketball in my early teens at Tobin Recreation Center in LA. And everyone loves Tobin Park too, huh? And I was the only girl playing with the guys. Now that was really rare. And what was more rare is the fact that I was playing with the guys. Well, I tell you, it did not start off that way. I would go and I would want to play, and these guys told me no all the time. They kept giving me excuses. No, Anita, you can't play. No, Anita, you're going to get hit in the chest. I'm like, dude, ain't nothing to worry about. We're okay. We're okay. But I had to prove that's where I belonged. Similar to playing here at UCLA, and as the Chancellor mentioned, I wasn't recruited. I was a walk-on, and I had to prove this is where I belong. I was relentless, and guess what? It paid off. So one of my messages to you is, if you want to achieve anything in life, be relentless. Even when it makes you uncomfortable, be relentless. I've made a lot of uncomfortable decisions in my life. A few years after earning my degree in psychology, you guys, I love your energy. I just love it. I made the toughest decision in my life. I made a decision that I knew my family wouldn't support. I made a decision that particularly my father would not support, my Puerto Rican father, who had his own run-ins with the law. I made a decision to be a police officer. As we know, law enforcement is a male-dominated profession. LAPD at the time lacked diversity. It had limited opportunities for minorities and females to promote within the organization. So of course I was often asked, Anita, why do you want to be a cop? You're a little black girl from South Central. Why do you want to be a cop? Why do you want to promote within the organization? Why do you want to subject yourself to such scrutiny? Well, I've always been passionate about helping others, particularly those that are less fortunate than myself. I grew up in poverty, crime, and unemployment. And when the police officers drove through my neighborhood, I don't recall seeing any minorities, and I definitely didn't see any women. So I saw this as a grand opportunity to represent my community, to be a role model for others, and to challenge the status quo. As a woman of color promoting through the department, and as the first female African-American area commanding officer in LAPD history, thank you. If I told you that that was easy, I would be lying. I was challenged at every level. But you're going to learn. Life is full of challenges. It really is. For my entire career, I strive to be the best example and the best leader for my officers, for the community, and for the city. Each of you sitting here today are leaders in your own right. Yes, they are. Parents, they are leaders, absolutely. Be an example of humility, decency, respect, and integrity. The reality is, all of you are about to embark upon another phase of your life, and you got to bring your A game. You're going to have up, downs, successes, and failures, and you're going to have plenty of unknowns. You see, life is a never-ending learning process. As such, you're all going to be tested. Be your true and authentic self. Challenge the status quo. When someone tells you that you can't, prove that you can. When someone tells you that you won't, prove that you will. When someone tells you that you don't belong, plant your feet firmly on the ground and leave an undeniable mark where you stand. Don't let your environment or anyone define you. I guarantee you, no one thought Anita had a chance of doing anything with her life. And it was never about proving them wrong, never about proving them wrong. But it was about proving that I was unstoppable. All of you are unstoppable. Be unstoppable and follow your heart. That's what Bruins do. Be acutely aware of your personal responsibility to make this country and this world a better place. Because my generation is depending on each of you. Be selfless. Don't lose sight of the national issues impacting all of us. Racism, sexism, gender bias, education, immigration, LGBTQ equality. Have a voice and be the voice for those that are not heard. Understand that diversity, inclusion, and acceptance are vital to our society. Those three things makes our country stronger. So in closing, there are three things that I want to tell you. One is, this is a great university. It's one of the most respected universities in the country, if not the world. So, despite what some of your USC friends may think, I believe that Bruins dominate. If you believe it, let me hear you say, Bruins dominate. Number two, despite adversity and frustration, and yes, you're going to have to deal with that, stay focused on your dream. Stay focused on your mission. You know why? Because Bruins don't quit. Do you guys believe that? If you do, let me hear you say, Bruins don't quit. Wonderful. So now I have a request. I know all of you have Insta accounts. So what I would like is for you to take a picture, include yourself in the picture, and in the comments, I want you to put hashtag Bruins dominate, hashtag Bruins don't quit, and tag me. Can you guys do that for me? Okay. The last thing. I want you guys to go out tonight. You can go out tomorrow night too. I don't know, maybe a few of you want to go out Sunday night. I don't know. And some want to go Monday, okay. I want you guys to go out any night you want this weekend and get your party on because get your party on because you have earned it. Congratulations, go Bruins!
Thank you, Captain Ortega. You are such evidence that Bruins dominate and Bruins don't quit. Now, it is my honor to present the candidates for the conferral of the degrees. Graduates, this is it. I will call on the deans of the college to present the bachelor's candidates to Chancellor Block. Presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in the UCLA International Institute is Cindy Fan, Vice Provost for International Studies and Global Engagement.
Thank you, Pat. Graduates, in my opinion, you haven't been exactly very quiet. But this is the moment to make even more noise. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degrees from the International Institute please rise and remain standing? One of the most valued qualities of higher education is the critical role it plays in bridging nations and cultures. The research and academic programs in the International Institute aim at crossing borders, crossing boundaries, and building a global understanding from across the disciplines. The interdisciplinary Bachelor of Arts programs in the International Institute are designed to improve students' understanding of the world and produce global citizens as the next generation of world leaders. Some of our students focus on a particular geographic region of the world, as is the case for our majors in Africa and Middle Eastern studies. One of the graduates in that major, African Middle Eastern studies, her name is Danielle Sork. She is the daughter of our Dean of Life Sciences, Victoria Sork. So congratulations, Victoria and Danielle. Another region of our students' focus is Asian studies. You can make some noise. European studies. There you go. Latin American Studies. Other students explore global issues through our thematic programs, as is the case for our majors in, ready, Global Studies. And last but not least, International Development Studies. Graduates of the International Institute, you leave UCLA with an educational background that will help you to recognize the value of new forms of civic engagement across the local and global and across the national and international. You are empowered to shape and improve the world as leaders in business, government, education, nonprofit sector, in fact, in any endeavors that you're passionate about and in any parts of the world. Chancellor Block, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts from the UCLA International Institute.
Thank you, Vice Provost Fan. Candidates for the bachelor's degree from the International Institute, please be seated. Presenting the candidates for the bachelor's degrees in the Division of Physical Sciences is Dean Miguel Garcia Garabi. Dean Garcia Garabi, I invite you to make the case to Chancellor Block that the seniors in physical sciences have earned a degree from UCLA.
Thank you, Pat. Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelors of Science and Bachelors of Arts in the Division of Physical Sciences please raise and remain standing? What a great bunch of good-looking Bruins! The great challenges of our time, deep questions about the nature of our universe, about our origins, and above all, about our future in the world in which we live. They are grounded in the physical sciences. For instance, climate change lies in the domain of our students in atmospheric and oceanic sciences. Earth, planetary and space sciences, and the Institute of Environment and Sustainability. The discovery of compounds that cure diseases and that lead to the sustainable generation of energy will be the work of our graduates in chemistry and biochemistry. The investigation into the structures and deep history of our universe, as well as the possibility of other life in our cosmos, will be pioneered by our physics and astronomy graduates. Our graduates in mathematics and statistics will pioneer the mastery of the flood of data that we must now process in order to understand and manage an even more complex world. All of these and more will be addressed by you, our graduates in, this is a good time to shout, atmospheric and oceanic sciences, earth, planetary, and space sciences, statistics, environmental science, physics and astronomy, mathematics, and chemistry and biochemistry. Physical sciences graduates, you all live here with a deep fund of knowledge in the science underlying what we know about our world. You also carry with you finely honed skills in reasoning and analysis that will equip you to overcome the most daunting intellectual challenges that will be thrown your way. You are the cream of the crop. You have mastered the hard sciences. Chancellor Block, it is my honor to present to you the dedicated, inquisitive, analytical, gifted, and altogether stellar candidates for the degree of Bachelors of Science and Bachelors of Arts from the Division of Physical Sciences.
Thank you, Dean Garcia-Garabi. Candidates for the bachelor's degree from the Physical Sciences, please be seated. Presenting the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the Division of Humanities is Dean David Skaberg. Dean Skaberg, I invite you to make the case to Chancellor Block that the humanities seniors are worthy of the status UCLA alum.
Well, thank you, Pat. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in the Division of Humanities please rise and remain standing? Energetically. Yeah. With all due respect to people who understand the hard sciences, I'm just going to ask, if you're looking for someone who can help you to read and understand the most basic texts of your cultural tradition, the texts that your ancestors composed and took the trouble to pass down to you over a period of centuries or millennia, who are you going to ask? A humanist, right? Yeah. Well, let's say that you need to understand that very interesting person across the hall at UCLA, or that interesting person down the street here in Los Angeles, or those extremely interesting people who live on the other sides of the oceans. Call a humanist. Let's say you want to understand the fundamental nature of truth and what it's possible for a human being to know. Better call a humanist. Let's say that you want to hire someone who can read complicated material, perhaps in another language, present it clearly, speak persuasively, write pellucidly, work well with teams, come up with creative solutions to the problems you're facing. Hire a humanist. Let's say that in your personal life, you need to grapple with the kind of despair that every human life involves, the kind of challenges that our speaker spoke of today. Let's say that you're trying to find some way to contain and understand the joy that comes with a new love, a new child in your family. All the resources for that kind of understanding, you're going to need a humanist. Call a humanist. Let's say you need to find the meaning in your own life and make a way forward for yourself in a fully understanding way. Be a humanist. That's what's special. That's what's special about humanists. Chancellor Block, I present to you the literate, persuasive, creative, brilliant, and humane candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts from the Division of Humanities.
Thank you, Dean Skaberg. Candidates for the bachelor's degree from the humanities, please be seated. Presenting the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the Division of Life Sciences is Dean Victoria Sork. Dean Sork, the students in life sciences, should Chancellor Block confer degrees upon them?
Thank you, Pat. I guess this just shows that we're ahead of our times, because my next line says, will the candidate for the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts in the Division of Life Sciences please rise and remain standing? Looks like we're taking over, doesn't it? You, our graduating students, have come into life sciences at an exciting time. Over the course of most of your lifetimes, technological advances have catapulted science in ways we couldn't have imagined just a couple of decades ago. Life science graduates are now poised to one day soon cure diseases like diabetes, cancer, addiction, and schizophrenia. Develop new crops that will feed our planet and provide biofuels. Provide new strategies to protect the environment and endangered species. And integrate and understand biological topics and the consequences for society. At UCLA, we offer a wide range of life science majors, including computational and systems biology, ecology, behavior and evolution, marine biology, human biology and society. And by the way, we don't just name departments, we describe our fields. The next major is microbiology, immunology, and molecular genetics. What about molecular cell and developmental biology? Integrative biology and physiology. Neuroscience. Psychobiology. Psychology. In these rapidly changing times, we need people like you to become teachers, entrepreneurs, and leaders in life science fields and in society at large to make life better for everyone. Chancellor Block, I don't care what any of the other deans say. I'm pleased to present the most special students in the college. They are psychologically well-adjusted, biologically sound, neurologically well-connected, ecologically sensitive, evolutionarily complex, immunologically resistant, molecularly based, physiologically well-integrated, computationally advanced, socially aware, and they are the absolutely brilliant candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts from the Division of Life Sciences.
Thank you, Dean Sork. Candidates for the bachelor's degree from Life Sciences, please be seated. Presenting the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the Division of Social Sciences is Dean Laura Gomez. Dean Gomez, can you make the case to Chancellor Block that he should confer degrees upon the majors in social sciences?
I will. The best for last. It's wonderful to see all the social science majors. Today, more than ever, we need you, our graduates in the social sciences, to understand the economic, political, and social conditions that will support private businesses and public institutions, that create jobs, support the arts, support scientific research, and improve K-12 education. In other words, we are responsible for the infrastructure that the others are dependent on. Today, more than ever, we need you to study the roots of social and cultural conflict in order to avoid war. Today, more than ever, we need you to isolate the causes of inequality in order to eradicate poverty and foster a more just society. Today, more than ever, we need you to communicate across cultures and communities, to forge enduring partnerships with people different from yourselves, whether from different neighborhoods, different cities, different states, or different nations. In short, your education at UCLA in departments that are among the best in the world has prepared you to be active agents in the construction of a better society. These programs include aerospace studies, military science and naval science, American Indian studies, African American studies, Asian American studies, gender studies, Chicana and Chicano studies, geography, communication studies, history, anthropology, sociology, political science, and economics. Chancellor Block, I am honored to present to you the most socially engaged, research-savvy, service-oriented, culturally creative, interactionally skillful, intersubjectively attuned, around-the-clock inspired and inspiring, multilingual, multicultural, multi-everything, the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts from the great, unique, awesome, breathtaking, tremendous, impressive, and superb Division of Social Sciences.
Thank you, Dean Gomez. Candidates for the bachelor's degree from the Division of Social Sciences, please be seated. The candidates for the bachelor's degree have now been presented. I call on Chancellor Block to confer the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts on the class of 2017. Will all of the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts please stand and remain standing?
Compelling cases have been made. So candidates for the bachelor's degree, your presence here today demonstrates the rich reward of intelligence and perseverance. The UCLA community takes great pride in celebrating the achievements of the class of 2017, and we've heard your great achievements from your deans. More than anything, I hope your experience at UCLA has opened up some new windows on the world for you and leaves you yearning to learn more. Your undergraduate experience is just the beginning, as you know, of a life of continuing discovery, and the skills you've acquired here in and outside the classroom will serve you well in a rapidly changing world. You're facing a dynamic world, and I think you're prepared for it. Now I have to say these words. If I fail to say these words properly, so we have to remain quiet, you're back for 4 years. But the problem is we have no room for you. So I must be careful. So now, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science. Congratulations!
Graduates, let me congratulate all of us on becoming the newest alumni of UCLA as the class of 2017. And now we have one final tradition to observe. Before we received our degrees, we wore our tassels on the right side of our mortarboards. Now that our degrees have been conferred, it's time to move the tassel to the left side and join the select company of UCLA graduates. So, bachelors, turn your tassels!
To close commencement, please join in the singing of the alma mater, Hail to the Hills of Westward, performed by Elena Georgieva, Emilio Huerta, Mariana Nam. The words are printed on the back of your program.
Hail to the hills of Westward, to the mighty sea below. Hail to our alma mater, she will conquer every foe. For we're loyal to the Southland, her honor will uphold. We'll gladly give our hearts to thee, to the blue and to the gold. Blue and the gold.
Thank you, Elena, Emilio, Mariana. And to all of you, thank you very much for joining us today. Best wishes to the class of 2017. Congratulations. Go Bruins!
Please exit Pauley Pavilion and join your graduates at Bruin Plaza. Thank you.